1950. Before 1950, does that mean that there were no films being made? So today I'm going to be reviewing a film that came out before Ghana started to do feature films. So there you have it, the reason why the Takoradi Harbour was constructed in the first place. Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Alice Johnston and you can call me AJ for short. Now if you're already a member of this family, welcome once again. It's another opportunity for us to talk about African content. But if you're new here, welcome to the family. I hope you enjoy your stay here. On this channel, we talk strictly African content. But today I'm going to be reviewing a film that came out before Ghana started to do feature films. I already have a video on this channel reviewing the first ever feature film made in Ghana on an African theme. And the film was shot in 1950. Before 1950, does that mean that there were no films being made? There were films being made, but they were not feature films. They were more made in a documentary style or in the form of actualities. Before this video ends, I'm going to give you the differences between a feature film and an actuality or a documentary style. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe and share with a friend if you've learned something so far. And let's get into the film I'm going to review today. The film I'm going to review today was made in 1930, or was actually released in 1930, so it was made way before that. And it captures the making and the launching of the Takoradi Harbour in Ghana. Yes, it gives a detailed analysis of how the Takoradi Harbour came about. Building of the Takoradi Harbour began in 1921 and it was officially opened on the 3rd of April 1928. So it is stated in history that the Takoradi Harbour was made to serve as a port for the Takwa Railway project. It was also constructed to serve as a naval port for the British Empire in times of war. But then this film suggests otherwise. So the film I'm going to talk about is The Harbour. The Harbour is a documentary style film that was made in Gold Coast in the year 1930. So in the opening scenes of the film, we see a number of individuals going through the cocoa bean harvesting process. So they are harvesting the cocoa pods and then they break them open, they dry the seeds, the whole process, and then they pack them in sacks and then they ship them. But then they use canoes. So you see them put a number of them in the canoes and then they are trying to row the boat across the sea. But the problem was that the seawater used to infiltrate, so it would render it useless. So they were not getting revenue from the exporting that was happening. So because of that, they sat down and they strategized and then they said to themselves that we need to build something. We need a port that will allow ships to come all the way and they be able to harvest on a larger scale. And according to the film, that's what started the revolution of the port. They thought of which town would be suitable for the port to be made at, and they did their research and realized that Takoradi was lacking a lot of amenities. So they decided to build a port there. And with the building of the port brought a lot of infrastructural developments like hospitals, schools, and the likes. So go ahead and watch the film. It's linked in the description box and tell me what you think about it. So basically, these were the kind of films that they were making. They were usually documenting processes, actual processes, and that is what we call actualities. Actualities date back as far as the Lumiere brothers and the making of the film Arrival of a Train. So this was a silent film of about 50 seconds that showed the arrival of a train. So they just placed the camera at one side where the train was approaching, and then you could see the train arriving. People get down, some come on, and it was basically just to document that particular process. And these were the kind of films that they were premiering in those days, so they'll actually show this on stage. According to history, the day that this particular film was shown, the Arrival of a Train, people were running away because the train was coming in an angle that looked like it was coming out of the screen, so people were dodging and running away because people had not been able to capture moments and rewatch, and because they were experimenting with film, the film reel at that time. So that's basically the history of actualities. They actually happened. There were things that were happening, day-to-day activities that were being captured. They didn't have the mind to reenact or put together things. And that brings me to the major difference between an actuality or documentary style film and a feature film. So the main difference is that the feature film has actors, and these actors are playing according to a script, and the actualities are more related to real life situations and real life happenings. So that's the major difference between a feature film and a documentary. But don't get me wrong, some documentaries have actors to reenact real life occurrences. So they sometimes get actors to reenact it because they were not there when it was happening. But then no matter what, is based on a real life happening. And then for feature films too, we could have some footages from real life occurrences in there. But then the main encompassing theme is that these are actors playing a role. And we also have some biopics which are based on real life experiences. But then the point is that some of these biopics or stories can be tweaked to suit the director's style, or the story can be changed in any way. And whoever is producing a biopic has the creative license to change a few things. But the most important thing to note is that features are done by actors, whereas actualities are real life occurrences which are taken on camera. When we look at actualities in a broader sense, we realize the British are very keen on documenting processes. I believe they used to shoot actualities just so that they could document things and have records. So by shooting a film like The Harbour, it showed how cocoa beans are harvested, how they should be stored, and then it also archives the processes taken to build the Takoradi Harbour. These were some of the films that were shot before feature films became a thing in Ghana, and it is actually interesting to note that these actualities, these documentaries are used to store precious information, because right now if I watch that film, it makes me realize that cocoa beans do not go well with salty water, or I should not put them near the sea, or I should make sure that they always stay dry. All of this helps us to develop as a people. So I think we really need to go back and watch most of these documentaries, actualities, and things that were shot in the pre-colonial era. So there you have it, the reason why the Takoradi Harbour was constructed in the first place. And of course, the other reasons are also valid. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and share with a friend so that they can also learn a thing or two about Ghana. I've also linked the film The Harbour in the description box, and also some footages from the launching of the Takoradi Harbour is also linked in the description box. So have a watch and let's get interactive in the comment section. I really enjoyed bringing this piece to you. I'm going to bring many other similar videos in the coming weeks, so don't forget to tap the post notification bell so that you are always alerted whenever a new video drops. Guys, this was so much fun and I'm going to miss you, but don't worry, I'm going to bring another video pretty soon, so keep it locked. It's your girl AJ, for salt, for sugar, for spice, and everything nice. I will see you in my next video. Bye.